Hey. Welcome back. I'm Jordan. If you're new here, yeah, we're gonna do a reading. We're just gonna kind of see what wants to come out. All right, see what wants to be shown here. I want to look up the bee. I think it's bee spirit or wasp spirit. I'm not sure if... Oh, look! Oh, gosh. That's so cool. Okay, yeah, sometimes life stings. The wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. That's one that I was wanting to look up for myself, man. I don't know if it's going to have anything to do with this reading in general. I don't know. I got stung by a wasp. Dude, let's see if you can see this. Oh, it's gnarly. A freaking wasp. It hurts. That was like 2 days ago, and I'm still nursing it. Alright, not all that spirit creates in nature is easy to love, but when we look through the eyes of wasp spirit, we recognize that even though sometimes life stings, there is a purpose for pain, just as there is a purpose for wasps in the natural world. Wasps keep insect populations down, supporting the growth of plants. So, too, the sting of life may hurt, and you may feel deeply disappointed or even resentful that wasp spirit has shown up, but you will soon come to see that spirit has something wonderful in store for you. You may well come to realize that being stung led to something far better than you had envisioned for yourself. Perhaps, behind the scenes, wasp spirit was conspiring with spirit to ensure that you could grow something of value to you. Spirit has a plan, and wasp spirit plays a part. Have you ever looked back and been glad your prayers weren't answered because the path you took led to something far better? Wasp spirit is a reminder to reflect on those times, for today's sting may hurt, but something better awaits you. Okay, so yeah, I guess this is where we'll start. May mean something to you, may not. I don't know. Look, oh, we opened right up to bee spirit, dude. Sometimes life stings. It says sweet results await, though, on the bee spirit. So sometimes life just freaking sucks. It be like that. For no rhyme or reason, it seems. But, you know, without the bad, we wouldn't really be able to appreciate the good, it seems. So the antelope spirit, life is speeding up. What's about to change? I'm feeling a change. I'm feeling change. I'm feeling, yeah, I don't know, like purpose behind the pain. Maybe you're finding out some purpose to a pain, or just, yeah, there's that antelope spirit again. Life is speeding up. We have the rabbit, though, too. Now is a lucky time. I'm getting Wheel of Fortune energy. Moving. Life is speeding up. That wheel is speeding up. I was hearing the wheel in the sky. Says, Dove Spirit, be peace. You have a 21 breaking down to a 3. 3 3s. That one was pretty important. I found my little angel number book. Been missing this guy. 333. You are powerfully aligned with Jesus and other ascended masters at this time. You're at a crucial point on your journey where you can go beyond all previous setbacks. All previous setbacks, the painful parts. There's still forward movement. You're at a crucial point, like a crossroads. Oh, the wheel, like that karmic wheel. You can keep replaying something on that karmic wheel. You can keep on, like hashing over the things of the past, or you can move forward. Right, you're at a crucial point on your journey where you can go beyond all previous setbacks. You don't have to keep focusing on the hurt, you know, that pain. You can get past it. Being at peace no matter, being at peace with everything that has happened. I don't know what happened. I don't think I want to get any more out of there. The scarab beetle. I don't know if I said that right. The scarab. Scarab. Sounds funky. Beetle. Magic works through you is what it says. I might get a few of these. What's this called? The Island Time Wellness. Just a few out of here. It says unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. Being in this be at peace, this dove, like loving on your, I don't know, it's lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey, peaceful, but within yourself, right? Home within yourself is what I'm hearing. Being at home within yourself. Is that something on the card, or no? It's just the designs that are on this bird. It's really cool. Maybe body modification. Something with body modification. I don't know what that would mean. Like tattoos or piercings, or maybe you are, into BBLs or something like that. Just something that aesthetically makes you feel better, Hair. Something with hair. Maybe changing up your hair. That's just a little bit. That's just for a few. I don't know. We have the Runner and Separation, and it's in the reverse, though, both of these. And I don't really... I might get a little bit more on that just to see what's up with that energy, because it'd be cooler if that was a reverse energy, right? Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy and listening to ego. Separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning and unsure of future. Okay, so there is a little bit of a message of love coming through, right? But I'm getting, if this is something that you've dealt with in the past, like you know how to detach when it comes to these kinds of energies. You know how to love yourself. You know how to give yourself everything that you need. Purple and blue is coming through a whole lot. But you know how to give yourself everything that you need. So when there is a runner, when there is a separation, when there is that, you know how to balance and take care, right? Maybe you hadn't always known how to do that, but that's something that you know now how to do. You understand through that pain, like, where to draw the line, because a lot of times we can aid in our own suffering in that waiting on someone who's running, like then being the chaser or whatever, and it ultimately hurts us, right? Or just how we handle separations with others, right? Maybe there's something in there in times past where you didn't handle it so great or something. Now you kind of know what's up, and also something about like triggers. You kind of know what your triggers are in that, like, ooh, I've seen that before. I've seen that before. So maybe there's something with that, knowing exactly what is just being triggered and what is like, you know it from experience. I don't know. Some stupid stuff is happening. Like, some stupid stuff is happening. Now you know how to just take yourself out of the equation instead of fighting to like be treated right. You know how to go where you're going to be treated right, even if it's by yourself, right? Okay. So I don't... Is this a current energy? Is this I don't know. It's going to be different for everyone. Like, you could have been something that you dealt with and you know how to deal with it now. You've kind of healed from that. Or it's something that you're dealing with, and your advice would be to love more on yourself, to be more at peace with yourself. Don't take it personally. Yeah, if you're dealing with a runner, don't take it personally. That doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. You know, they're running because of their fear of intimacy, their, you know, fear of actually connecting. Acting more out of ego, selfishness, like that it doesn't really have anything to do with you. You keep loving on you. She's like hugging her heart, you know. Keep loving on you. Yeah, we have addiction and karmic relationship popping up here. Yeah. Codependent, obsession, possession, controlling has a block and a restraint. So it's like you can see where people have their blocks, and you're not looking at it as something for you to fix. It's not something for you to heal in another person, and that's the difference. Now you see how the karmic relationships work. Yeah, and this is fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you. Letting go and loving you. That's weird. The blocks, like the I don't know, there's something holding someone else back from actually letting go and just loving. I don't know. That ego, possibly, or just their own. I don't know. But it has nothing to do with you. Or maybe this is even you. Maybe you're the runner in this situation. And you're trying to love that, you know, nurture yourself through that too. That's very important, okay? And sometimes, you know, I think I've been both. I've been the runner and the chaser, you know. I've been on both sides of that coin. So, you know, don't be ashamed if you are the runner. You still have to love yourself enough and like figure out why you're running, you know. So, no shame. I like how the runner is like running towards this like rose thingy, whatever. Like, hold on, actually. Wait. I will run into the thorns to get the rose. Alright, we have boat. It says, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. Yeah, the closure. And then it says self-indulgence. Yeah, self-indulgence and then not enough. I feel like something has left you feeling as though you weren't enough. And, that's doo-doo. That's not okay. But realizing that sometimes life just sings. I mean, it happens, but it's not something that, like, you did. If someone ran or whatever, it's the understanding of that's not on you. That has way more to do with the other person than it does you. You know, sometimes things just don't work out. Things don't mesh out well. I don't know. I wish people would get over the whole, like, oh, that means that they're, oh, that's funny, poison. Toxic, unhealthy behaviors in people. Then we have Archangel Michael, though. So being spiritually protected, divinely guided. Alright, but what I was going to say is that just because people break up or what, like, because people don't work out, it doesn't mean that one was a narcissist or one was a psychopath or one was I don't know. We just put all these damn labels on stuff, and it's like they just didn't have the same interest or they didn't have the same energy levels or something, you know, like one, you know, they couldn't hang out and do the same stuff or whatever, or their lives just, I don't know, didn't mesh together or something. Like, it's not everyone's a narcissist. It's not everyone's I don't know. People are just people. That's what I know to be true. People are just people. Alright, we have unconditional. We have genuine, certain love. Again, this love energy. God bless. We have alien, telepathic dreams and songs. So, and then we have the triggers. Something's triggering though. Something is triggering. Maybe you're in a new connection, okay? Because I'm seeing like real love coming through. But maybe there's a new connection and there's some things that come up that triggers that, like, that just, like, ooh, I've seen that before. Ooh, that feeling that I'm getting right now. Why am I getting that feeling right now? Or why do I want to clap back like that? Or why do I want to, why do I have that thought process going on, or something of that nature, right? These triggers, being triggered. Triggered. But I think what you got going on though, or at least this is what you're working towards, right? Getting away from the people who are just running, the people who are not really emotionally available, the people who really are unsure of the future. They don't really know what they want, and it causes separations. In going away from that, you are going towards a certain love, a genuine love, right? And getting that telepathic kind of love, that 5D, like love you on the 5D kind of stuff too, not just physically here, like, and this is where you're going towards by loving yourself, fostering your own passions and I don't know, just doing your own thing. Just doing your own thing. It's a magnetic attraction as well when you're doing that, right? I mean, you can only bring in, well, that's a lie. Never mind. I was going to say, you can only bring in the best of loves. It's not true. You can be loving on yourself a whole lot and still the wrong people can get in. So I don't want you to think that it's anything about you didn't love yourself enough either. You are loving yourself more because of maybe being the chaser in a situation, right? Maybe you've been on that side of it, but you learn how to go a different route when it comes to that. We have synchronicities. So the signs, the 1111, 222, 333 is also on here. So paying attention to the signs. Two, if you are meeting new people, maybe that's a good thing too. Like recognizing how your body is actually responding to someone else, and not just out of like sexual chemistry, but like, do you feel nauseous? Do you feel sick to your stomach around this person? Like every time you see this person, what's your gut really doing? How does your gut really respond to this person? And friends too, not just like romantic partnerships, but like in all relationships. Like how are you really responding to that person? Checking your energy levels as well afterwards. Like, is it vampiric? Do you feel just totally drained after being around this person? Do you feel that what you have going on is kind of like, jumbled up, like kind of got you disorganized, disarrayed or whatever? Disarrayed. I don't think that that's a word, but excuse me, and that doesn't actually mean so much that is bad, like that's a bad relationship or whatever. That is a sign for you to dig deeper, to figure out a little bit why is that happening. Okay. It could be something where you just feel super nervous around this person and it has nothing to do, so you kind of want to dive into that. Also, if you're feeling as though things are a little bit more disorganized, then that would be a good sign that you're not managing your time well either, right? And that has everything to do with you. And when you're giving time to someone and when you're not giving time to someone, what are you doing with your time kind of thing? Are you still working on your passions and whatnot? All right, we have commitment and single. So long-term relationship, and then current status available is what it says. And then it says, look at the synchronicities. So whether you are taken or in or you're single just by yourself or whatever, it doesn't matter. Either way, you need to be loving on yourself and focusing on your own passions and everything, right? And then paying attention to those signs. Yeah. Paying attention to the signs here. It says pretending, fake, living beyond means, and then racing, running and avoiding. Receipts, proof, show me, and then something about being online. I don't know. That's kind of getting into a little bit more drama than I want. A little bit more drama than I'm wanting. There could be some stuff that's going on online. You know, maybe there's a runner who's avoiding you or something, but they're still watching you. I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe you are the runner. Maybe you're the runner and you're checking some people out. I don't know. But whether you are single or taken, you know, do not forget to put focus on yourself. I know, you know, single or taken, self-sacrifice happens daily. We make little choices of self-sacrifice, and that is not a bad thing whatsoever, but we have to be able to pour back into ourselves as well and go after our own passions. I have a lot of Leos, so I know I'm always like pushing, oh yes, do that, oh yes, the passions for other people, and then I kind of put my passions on the back burner. So yeah, it happens. Alright, let's see. That's too many. Say less, Spirit, say less. This is the life purpose oracle deck. I just kind of wanted to see what we got here. Creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. I am feeling a lot of like the fire energy, and talking a lot about our passions and stuff, right? And going after, you know, not chasing a person who's running away. That sounds so crazy. Not chasing a person who's running away and like chasing after our own goals, right? I mean, that sounds so simple, but I know in the moment we really want what we think that we want, right? Ooh, and that may, we started out with the life stings. Sometimes life stings, you know, like we think that that's something that we want, and then boom, it hurts. But maybe it's going to teach us something. I don't know. Maybe you're going to appreciate that person who didn't run even more. I don't know. You're going to, I think when it comes to that unconditional love, right, like you're going to see the difference in someone not emotionally available and someone who is ready to like do like to figure out, you know, how not to have that kind of dynamic, the runner chaser dynamic. Maybe that's the only kind of dynamic that you've ever known is the runner chaser. And you're like seeing something different, and maybe there are times where you want to run, or you think that this person is running or something, and that's something to work through. Okay, we have crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. Nutrition. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. Light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. So that's just that's just a little bit of those. Any tarot? I really want to see with the tarot. Yeah, we have the Emperor, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. It's in the reverse, though. It's kind of got messed with. I'm going to have to go through, because not all of these were reversed. I don't really like that. But, Yeah, I'm not taking this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. I'm liking this Emperor and the Eight of Pentacles, though, because this is a standing tall in your own energy, in your own, in putting in the work. Like, this is a little bit of, I don't know, that passion, that drive is coming through with the Emperor. Right, that I'm going to go after what I want. I'm going to go after what I know I deserve. That kind of thing, too. Oh, I'm kind of weird about the deserving. What are we deserving of? That's kind of weird, right? Okay, we have the Magician here. Yeah. Why are we still... Like, you know what to do. We have the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You're going to create your own happiness. That's what you're going to do. Again, I don't know if you... Yeah, like, you've been in the runner-chaser dynamic before. Like, that's been something that you're used to. And, no. You're going to break the chain, break the... what is that? Yeah, like break the generational curse, yeah. Not doing that anymore. I don't know if that's a generational curse. It could be. Just not doing that. You're not going to play that game anymore. That's good, though. That's good. You realize something. There's a bossing up in this, too. There's a... Why would I do that? Why? Why would I want to do that? There's a little bit of that in there. There's a little bit of sass, and I like it. Alright, we have the upper world. The sun is at the bottom. Anything else want to come through? There's one more. The Sorcerer. Alright. Angels, divine helpers, the ancient ones, and all varieties of luminous beings populate the upper world. It is the place where you go to retrieve your destiny and find out who you will become, discover your great potentials, and undreamt of possibilities. It is also the place where the spirits of the dead arrive when they complete their journey to the light. The upper world is calling you to step into your fully realized self. Clear distractions so that you can move into a higher destiny. Do not fall to the temptation to craft a slightly more improved version of yourself. What you perceive as a problem or an obstacle is in fact irritation. What? Is in fact the irritation that you need to take the great leap. The great leap. Remember, you cannot cross the Grand Canyon in 2 small jumps. Yeah, what was that saying? Dang. I feel like one of those was about moving. Maybe it was the moving. Yeah. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. It's time for you to, like, move on up out of that. Whatever. You have a lot of divine helpers that are here, too. Like, to help you see clearly. I don't know, it's making me think of a lot of water. You're not drowning. You could be drowning in emotions. You're not drowning. Alright, the Sorcerer. This is the source of dark power. The Sorcerer represents the destructive aspect of the human psyche and the self-centered behavior that harms others. It symbolizes the unconscious beliefs and ideas that foster separation, conflict, and scarcity. Where are you? Where are you aiding in the separation as well? Again, like, are you the runner? Maybe you're not the chaser. Maybe you are the runner and you're seeing that as well. Okay. When the sorcerer enters your circle, you're being called to look at how your beliefs around scarcity and self-centered fear manifest in your world. Examine the destructive part of your psyche that misuses power or harbors feelings of resentment, vengeance, lust, greed, bigotry, or hatred. Perhaps you've harmed someone because of these dark tendencies. If so, all is not lost. You've only forgotten that all beings are interconnected and the universe is abundant. The sorcerer arrives to challenge you to change your thinking. You're given a second chance. Correct your course and practice not blaming others for the darkness that lives inside you. Make peace with it and choose another way. Yeah, the make peace. Be at peace. Be at peace. Yeah, and we have the self-indulgence. Yeah, even if you were a little bit selfish, even if you were a little bit, yeah, that's funny with the Emperor and the Magician, because sometimes that can be a little like using the powers for not great, like reasons or whatever, like, manipulation a little bit is what that can be. A manipulation. So, man, I don't know which side of the coin you're going to find yourself on. And I think if we're all honest, we can find ourselves on both. I believe everyone probably can, in a sense. If you really look deep enough, you can see where you've been the runner. You can see where you've been the chaser. You can see where you've hurt feelings. You can see where your feelings have been hurt. Like, I think everyone can kind of see that, but there's something here for sure about, like, okay, I don't want to be like that anymore. There's something I gotta change here. Let's look more into crystals. Let's look more into what I am putting inside of my body, like nutrition stuff, how I'm really rocking with that. Let's really see about this light and love stuff. What's up with my, my divine purpose here? How can I really help? How can I fully show up and help in the world? There's this change. I'm going through changes. Let's get a crystal card. And it's this Ten of Pentacles. It's this, okay, Ten of Pentacles. And I want to get there in the right manner. I want to get there in the right way. I don't want to fool my way in there. I'm thinking Aries energy with this Emperor too, the Fool. Like, I don't want to fool my way to the top. If I do that, then I know that everything's going to get lost. Everything, the first storm's going to come and everything's going to blow away. Maybe that's something that you've learned in the past. If you build on this kind of ground, it ain't solid. That's a parable. It's a parable, y'all. You got to build your shit on the right foundation. Anything else out of here? Okay, let's butcher this. Rhodochrosite. What is it? Rosy red to chilled rose pink. It is the go-to stone for the bent and broken-hearted. Yeah. Who needs it? Anyone grieving or really needing to grieve. A major loss, a relationship expired, or an outdated idea of self. Yo. Alright, where to put it? Against your chest while you breathe through your heart. Or slide a favorite piece into your bra, if you're wearing one. When to use it? When your heart hurts. You can feel all the feels, even the most painful, and still be gentle with yourself. And still be gentle with yourself. Because even if you're looking at some ugly parts of yourself, still be gentle with yourself, okay? Alright, let this remind you that this too shall pass, and you, especially you, absolutely will heal and love again when you're ready. Soften your heart, it says. Soften your heart. And there's the, oh gosh, can you see the name? Okay. Serpentine? Serpentine. Ooh, I just want to touch it. Oh, that looks smooth. Okay. A lime to kale green stone with a reptilian appearance. Serpentine's activating energy is like a deep exfoliation treatment for the spiritual self. Oh, who needs it? Kundalini yogis, anyone in need of a fresh start. Okay, where to put it during meditation? Hold serpentine in each hand and concentrate on circulating energy from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. When to use it? When it's time to let go of tired beliefs and get stuck energy unstuck. If serpentine arrives in your life, it's an invitation to rip off all proverbial band-aids and regroup. Hit the sauna, sweat it out, and release all lingering drama. Awaken your reptilian nature is what that says. Ooh, that's cool. All right, is there anything else I want to use? Anything out of here? Where are we time-wise? Don't even know. Oh, 353, what I just saw. 353. All right, we have existence. Past lives. Yeah, like, man, you're really in this. You're really here. Okay? You're looking at the past, okay? And seeing, I'm looking at you through the glass. It just popped up in my head, but it's not a bad thing for you to be checking these things out, you know? But just go easy on yourself. If you're trying to make like some huge change or something, go easy on yourself. And I don't know, very proud of you though for making this this big jump, this leap. But don't get upset with yourself if you can't make a huge leap, you know, like crossing the Grand Canyon or whatever. You can't do that in 2 small jumps. Like, I don't know. Pacing yourself. Alright, it says, this naked figure sits on the lotus leaf of perfection, gazing at the beauty of the night sky. She knows that home is not a physical place in the outside world, but an inner quality of relaxation and acceptance. The stars, the rocks, the trees, the flowers, fish, and birds are all our brothers and sisters in this dance of life. We human beings tend to forget this, as we pursue our own private agendas and believe that we must fight to get what we need. But ultimately, our sense of separateness is just an illusion manufactured by the narrow preoccupations of the mind. Now is the time to look at whether you are allowing yourself to receive the extraordinary gift of feeling at home wherever you are. If you are, be sure to take time to savor it so it can deepen and remain within you. If, on the other hand, you've been feeling like the world is out to get you, it's time to take a break. Go outside tonight and look at the stars. You are not accidental. Existence needs you. Without you, something will be missing in existence, and nobody can replace it. That's what gives you dignity, that the whole existence will miss you. The stars and sun and moon, the trees and birds and earth, everything in the universe will feel a small place as vacant, which cannot be filled by anybody except you. This gives you a tremendous joy, a fulfillment that you are related to existence, and existence cares for you. Once you are clean and clear, you can see tremendous love falling on you from all dimensions. Yeah, that was a beautiful way to end that. I love you guys so much. I hope that this was helpful. I'll see you later. Bye.